Z Budokai Tenkaichi or Xenoverse video games, is a decent story and hook too much to ask for from these Dragon Ball Super scriptwriters. So regarding David's very candid reply, I gotta say, the first 35 episodes or so of Dragon Ball Super, I could not stand. I actually stopped watching after episode 5 and didn't resume watching until the Universe 6 tournament started. I thought that this was all just rehashed material. That's how I ended up not watching the Copy Vegeta episodes, because of the fact that those were in that block. Again, I only started watching the Universe 6 tournament, and even the Universe 6 tournament has its faults, and it really doesn't have anything that changes at the end of it. Very similar to a Tournament of Power. And I loved the Goku Black arc. I felt like that was the first time that I felt Dragon Ball Super was like Dragon Ball Z. The perfect combination of mystery and different characters, recurring characters, and nostalgia all wrapped into one, although I felt like the very ending was completely and unnecessarily messy. And as the Tournament of Power goes, a lot of it was fun, a lot of it was amazing. The high moment of Super was when Goku turned Ultra Instinct Omen for the first time for me. But the problem with the Tournament of Power is that nothing changes at the end. Nothing. There is no consequences to anyone's actions at all at the very end. Everything goes back to normal. That was the biggest issue I had with Dragon Ball Super. That literally killed it for me at the end of this Tournament of Power. That killed it when Super finally ended, because I wasn't excited to even talk about Super anymore. I wasn't excited to talk about Super. I was looking at Dragon Ball Heroes, and that's kind of how I fell into Dragon Ball fan mangas, which in my opinion do a lot better job than Dragon Ball Super did. Dragon Ball Multiverse does a better job at telling a tournament story than Super did. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. He says, in my modest opinion, I would have taken the series out of a vicious circle of greater and greater power levels, growing larger each time. I would have created new characters that have credible evolution, adding a touch of adventure, a consistent plot with more mystery and villains that would really scare people. I say this with all due respect to the fans of Xeno, but it seems as if his design was taken from Pokemon and he isn't imposing at all. I fucking hate Xeno. I've hated him since I first saw him. I hate him to this day. I do not like that character. I think having a character that controls everything, that is the tether of everything, and he's a child, and he doesn't do anything else besides be a child, and that's it. I don't find him scary at all. I don't find him imposing. I don't like Xeno. Now, I want to close this out with some words of encouragement.
Man, you got the one that actually put Xeno in charge, Remus.
Since issue 1 in 1991, and a big fan of Dragon Ball since 1990. I know the virtues of the series, its shortcomings, and the things the fans want to see, and also the things that they do not want to see even remotely. I mean, Frieza becomes friends with Goku. Please. I simply want to say thanks for the support to all those who trust in this project, and remind you that without you, none of this would be possible. Greetings to all, and thanks again. And of course, he's referring to his project, Dragon Ball. I want to say that this interview was extremely enlightening, and I want to thank David Padula and Malik for having this interview on his website, and Malik for suggesting this, because honestly, this is such an eye-opener for anybody trying to jump into the Dragon Ball fan manga scene. There's a lot of us that are trying to create our own original characters, our own original stories, our own fan mangas, our own fan animations. There's so many of us at this point, so many creators, so many talented people, and I gotta say, if you get an idea from somebody, I would say just credit them. Credit, credit, credit. That is the pinnacle of what it is to be a creator in any fandom, especially the Dragon Ball fandom. And do I condemn Toyotaro and Young Gigi? A little bit, I do, because they should credit this guy. They should credit David and give him some much needed shine, because, I mean, look at them. They're now continuing Dragon Ball AF, making brand new Dragon Ball fan mangas, and doing Dragon Ball Super's manga. And if the cards line up for Toyotaro, he may be actually the one running Dragon Ball Super if anything happens to Akira Toriyama. And I think that they should 100% give David some credit. Besides that, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. You guys can find this interview in the description below. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
And of course, this was before he had passed away. That's why he said if anything happened, because something did happen. Shit. 2025. That's a motherfucker.